Hi everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I want to get out this union read for you guys before I lose steam. Didn't get enough sleep last night, and like I said in my earlier read, there's definitely some heart expansion going on. I was definitely feeling discomfort in my chest a lot yesterday, last night, and today. So I may feel a little bit more labored than usual. And I'm going to get right into the feminine read, and I'll do some oracle cards with this read as well. This one was done at 2:28 today, this afternoon. It is the 9th of the Hermit. The 9 is the Hermit, and then the day adds up to the 24, which is the Queen of Wands energy. It's a 6 of love, family, and community. Of course, the 9 is of compassion, selflessness, and endings. The read at 2:28, and 28 is the 2 of Wands, or the Twin Flames. The major arcana from the Sirian Starseed deck were the Tower, the Great Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune, Luna, which is the Moon, Hanging Man is the Hanged Man, Starseed is the Fool, and then the card after the read that I always pull is the Hermit. Or in this card, it's actually in this deck, it's actually Reflection. There was 1 wand, 2 cups, 1 pentacle, and 2 swords. So well distributed, and there were no court cards, which is kind of ironic because the masculine read I did earlier for the Divine Masculine had a ton of people in it. So the union read is showing nobody in it now. And the numbers that came up and the coding stuff were all about domestic harmony and karmic completion. So there's definitely endings going on here and finding a peaceful place at home. 444 came up, so that doesn't often happen where you get 3 of the same number in the read. Some of the other numbers that came up were 9, 6, 42, 57. 42 is the 2 of Cups, 57 is the 3 of Swords, 444, like I said, and also the sequence 4, 5, 6 came up. 24, just like the day, as the Queen of Wands. 56 is the 2 of Swords, being in your knowing, and then 69, the Ace of Pentacles, which is that new start of perfect contentment. So that is a card that is constantly coming up. And then 1212 also came up. All right, so wisdom, the Hanged Man. So 2 cups, 3 of Swords, Queen of Wands, 2 of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles, which are repeating themselves a lot lately. The coding was all about, again, the Hermit was coming up, and love, and the 2 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups was the challenge position today for this read. And the Source energy was coming up, but all around the Hermit, the Wise One, collective consciousness, all about for love, and the Source, God, Creator energy, the G-force of 2. Of the twins coming together in domestic harmony and karmic completion. Also, the Hermit's children might be coming up here, or could be coming up as a foe or a fool. G4 was coming up. I don't know if that, I didn't look it up at all, so it doesn't mean anything specific to me. So if it means something to you guys, let me know. And also, Fooey was coming up twice. F-O-U. And FOU has a few different meanings. It means drunk in Scotland, madman, crazy, insane, bishop in the game chess, and then booby, multicolored, 4, oven, beech tree, new, full or fully, and that is along the same lines as drunk, right? When you're drunk, you're full, you feel good, right? And a bustle, or a bushel, I'm sorry, not a bustle, a bushel. So those came up as meanings for fooey, or whatever it is. They came up twice in this read today, which is unusual, that would come up twice. But again, it's all about domestic harmony and karmic completion. And we have the collective consciousness and love energy and the 2 of Cups. You know, really beautiful energies here, with Source supporting it. Or it could be 9 drunk, crazy, divine feminines or masculines coming together with God to support them to come into union for the 2 of Cups, which is new. So let's get right into the read of the 4 of Flames. I have just the main cards I'm going to show you. I'll show you the pictures now too. This came up during the shuffle, so I wanted to show it to you. Is that one? No, that's the other one. Okay. This one came up during the shuffle. And then this is the basic read for the Sirian Starseed deck. And then the full read is here. So the underlying energy starts with the Four of Flames, which is the union energy. This is the underlying energy. So home or union. Some purging may be exposed in a bold move to express feelings. Detoxing, breaking the chains and letting go, and possibly patching up things with someone. Aligning with block or doorway of portal. The Queen of Pentacles talking about the 4D bridge and the 5D connection. The Divine Feminine's working with energy to find more structure, and Stairway to Heaven, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Hansel and Gretel came up here as stability. Their stability as the young Hansel and Gretel is flowers, the very high vibration of the flowers. Some getting CAT scans or MRIs was coming up here. And remember, in MRIs, you're not allowed metal, so masculines, no swords. That was so funny because it's coming up in the read. Rolling out the natural carpet, green and pink for the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine and their inner children. Brick house, so the wolf can't blow it down. And twin friend telling her how her outside banister was vandalized. Lots of rusty orange in bricks and blankets to bring out creativity and warmth. Stained glass windows for home, for altar was coming up for someone. Spindles and tinted windows so you can see out but not in. Someone has lead frames and or doors at work which are blocking some of the reception. Needing courage to look back or to go back to a marriage, church, or boss or government, schools, in order to share in the economical downturn. Establishment connected to long arm of the law in charities and collections at church and charities have been at an all-time low. People wising up to where their money is going and refusing to be manipulated. Men at cross purposes bowing down to the church or its connections. 2 Friar Tucks were coming up, twins getting married. They may have a little bald spot here because there are 2 guys with bald spots. 2 Friar Tucks, twins getting married and receiving blessings despite them being down on their luck. Chemistry came up here, and when chemistry came up, I was getting the class too, that it's important for the students to take chemistry. Below chemistry was separation. So below the underlying energy is there's time away from your partners on the horizon, and then above that, the next card is chemistry. So there's a magnetic attraction there. The Queen of Pentacles is holding back or getting ready to go out on a date. High Priestess with the keys, but must stay quiet and burn the past for growth. Or a child has a temperature or refusing to go to the dentist with mouth pain. Someone is pregnant and boobs are growing and she's quite happy about that. Left knee to right inner arch matches up and butt cracks showing. Cats showing up for attention and making sounds like ankle bracelets or matching with cat's collar. And pink. New beginnings comes up as underlying energy, which is number 1. Which is the Magician, and then adventure comes up 55, which is the Ace of Swords, the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Clear on decision to come out of isolation. Magician is distrustful in judgments about money. Winged Emerald Order must have plenty for the poor. Magician made an announcement to 4D. A cattle call to someone's phone number for solicitations. So someone might be trying to get back, like a karmic might do that as a revenge technique, to do to a Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine. Looking to raise money for tools, this Magician. Growth, ground control to Major Tom was coming up here. Tools floating somewhere in space. Can you send me some more? So he's like, ground control to Major Tom. My tools are floating in space. Can you send me some more? Staying balanced for blast off. This is the masculine. Saving for home, tools, and or union. In downturn of market and praying for an upsurge and chemistry and making the grades, burning the past for new passion and new beginnings. Recently, for the union, is the Tower with fires everywhere to put out. The Queen of Swords talking about grief and loss and need of opportunities for money and students to learn. Healing and finding peace in manual labor and fending off others and standing up for self. It's definitely coming up a lot of masculine energy around that. And maybe doing yard work now that the spring's coming. But definitely manual labor to help people feel better, get their exercise. The foundation here, as I turn the page, it was 322. 22 is the Fool. Finding peace, or having trouble finding peace at night regarding a bad decision and or vacillating. The King of Wands reversed is tired, maybe exhausted, and just wants peace at home. Centrally, Divine Masculine's heart is warm and stable, seeing synchronicities as the King of Cups, ready to offer something practical to heal and dream all aspects of self at night. The challenge being, so he's coming up as different aspects, like the King of Wands came up, and then the King of Swords and the King of Cups, all in the same area. So it's like the different aspects of the Divine Masculine. But all four kings definitely came up on the table. Only the King of Wands was reversed. Okay, so he's really tired or he's pissed. The challenge being for the union is the Two of Cups. So that could be the union, but it can also be partnerships that are still together. And that's the challenge, is getting out of that. Partner or soulmate or twin, messenger of truth of abandonment issues due to whistleblowing, could be Divine Feminine telling her truth about Divine Masculine abandoning her. Okay, so it's just general information coming up. But the Divine Feminine, like myself, could be seen as a whistleblower of the masculine just by reading the cards that I'm reading. Okay, so aroused by, and we may be seen as being aroused by controlling them, which is not the case. We're doing the cards and helping others, and it's the cards, what the cards say anyway. But anyway, it could be aroused by controlling some aspect of their world. But you know as well as I do that we love doing this stuff, so it's always about doing what you love. Okay, the King of Swords is going within as the King of Wands at night. Lobster on that journey to try to get past the dogs. Now grieving and protecting self from sadness of being avoided again, and I could definitely be the feminine, after sampling the merchandise first. Clear about third party and or overindulgences and manipulations, healing and walking away and within without needing attention, and saving your money, being practical, being moderate and inspired. The Magician and or his karmic may be drinking, or karmic Sag is the manipulator, and the Hermit or Virgo is missing his flame, especially when he sees loving couples, and gets thrown out for offering love and a new life to his feminine. Somebody may be getting a surprise wish of a flirtation. Soon resting, meditating in water or at the beach. The King of Pentacles is in separation, so it could be a marital separation as well, but is solid and steady and stable financially. And the Queen of Pentacles next to this right here is coming up as purging, but also in a great place financially with strong family support. Lovers, sovereign, coming together. Now this King and Queen of Pentacles, it can be a Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, but it also can be Divine Masculine with his karmic in a separation. Okay, so lovers, sovereign, coming together to work and get busy physically and move with a move or performing, doing their work. Or masculine, spending time with kids at school, shows, graduations, and taking them where they need to go, the daily grind. The union is the wheel, the atom. The burden may be so heavy right now, maybe running away from the burden. Inspired without option, just like the Divine Feminine went through. It's kind of like, you know, this naturally happens because you can't stay in that place of purging all the time. So you naturally then become inspired. So you're inspired without option. Now the masculine may be going through that as well. Soulmate comes up here. Free yourself. Forgiving and learning are the cards from Romance Angels here. That yes, this is your soulmate. Free yourself and forgive and learn. Around the union, or how it is seen, is the moon with huge emotions. And I haven't shown you all the cards. So this is the recent past, was the Tower energies. You see in the Sirian Starseed deck, it's a little bit different than everywhere else. The foundation was the Six of Orbs. The center of the reed is the Four of Crystals, but this is also for me the Divine Masculine's heart, the Batcave. And then we had the challenge, which is the Two of Cups, Two of Chalices. And what's crowning the reed is the Five of Chalices. The near future is the Four of Orbs, okay, which is that rest and meditation card. And then the union is seen as the Great Wheel, the Wheel of Fortune. So now we are, how you are seen is the moon, right? So in this moon, it's very emotional. You see the huge wave coming of emotions building up. So how it is seen is this moon, the emotional nighttime, defenseless to the energies coming in, but then release, then happy again, and then back pain or worse to end, right? So the cycle keeps going around. Clear blocks for the union, both masculine and feminine, of the hanging man with the right knee blocked. There's some anger still coming up on the right side. Awakening from the slumber, frazzled and dropping at the end of the day. And this is definitely relating to the masculine. It can be feminines as well, but specific to the masculine with the right knee block, and just doing too much, and they just are so exhausted they can't function at the end of the day, stuck in their emotions of brain wars, right, and a war with yourself inside, which then is going to project outward, getting others, taking others down before they get you. And this is relating to the lovers. Domestic harmony came up, as well as karmic completion, even more so spiritual career, rescuing from fires in tower energies and jealousies for a fresh start. The bomb drops. Almost at new life, the wounded warrior just needs to let go of victim mentality and step up to the plate. New start surrounded by Leo, King of Cups, Sag, or Angel, Patient Angel, or it could be an angel, new love, sudden events, and or Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Virgo, Hermit, and Aries. So all this is surrounding that last card. Twin flirted with third party through work, and then rejected, and now Leo is rejecting the Hermit, masculine. Empress is healing and shining in the divine masculine. Divine masculine may be reversed, not in his power, but there's definitely love there. Okay? So some are definitely coming together where the feminine's in her power, but the masculine's not, but there's definitely love is there, and they're working on it. Or divine masculine, divine feminine at parents, one or the other, as a single person, is at their parents after moving out from a relationship, which is not ideal, where the mother gets all the attention and the father's out of control spending to fill a void. Or the father's not there, but the love is there. Home and or union, peaceful destiny at night, but sudden events and epiphanies, and expansion of divine masculine's heart with twin meditating, hanging out in limbo and or in grief or regret, can't look her in the eyes for a fresh start. So he's alone because he hasn't built up the courage yet to come forward, and feeling rejected but loved by parents and maybe the kids. They're not pissed at him. So sudden event at home or sudden union, divine masculine's heart with peace and grief around this connection, destined at night to hang out and meditate for a fresh start with the Hermit. Okay, so that's the read, and I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you now. So let's see what comes up. And if you want to, I did sand art in the masculine read, so you can check that out. It was at the beginning of the read. So for the Ascension deck, take a deep breath, guys. Some heavy energies today. I'm really tired because I didn't get enough sleep last night. It's been good energy for me, the positive-wise, but I was definitely feeling discomfort in my chest this morning. That feels better now, but now I'm just, the fatigue is hitting me from not getting enough sleep. Okay, so for the Ascension deck, for this March 9, 2019, for everyone watching and the best and highest good of those concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Let's ask Jesus and Mary Magdalene again, since that's been a common theme this week. All right, Jesus and Mary Magdalene, what do we need to know? Okay. Okay. So, the bottom of the deck is Orion, number 18, which is the moon. So the moon came up in the environment. A lot of emotions will be coming up. The affirmation is, I honor the masters of Orion and visit them in my sleep. I'll read you the first two, but the others are just for numbers and maybe for some other information. Hilarion came up as important. That's 46. The Six of Cups, the kids in the garden, which was very prevalent today. And then also the Huna prayer came up again, number 8. Number 8 is strength. Some decks it can be vice versa, like the strength card and the justice card can be reversed. But for me, 8 is strength. So Hilarion says, Hilarion is from Saturn and steps down his energy through the temple of truth. Over Crete. He's a negotiator for Earth on the Council of Saturn and helps us remain connected to our spiritual journey. As master of the Orange, fifth ray, which Orange came up a lot in the read today, of technology, science, truth, and knowledge, he invites you to open your mind so that he can drop seeds for new ideas into your consciousness. All right, so we have science here too, and chemistry was coming up. He assists those who are ready to become higher channels and clairvoyance. Your guidance is to sit quietly and ask him to help you be all that you can be. The affirmation being, I open myself to the wisdom and guidance of Hilarion. So I might connect with Hilarion. I actually channeled with, for those of you who didn't listen to me yesterday, I had an appointment where I channeled somebody's loved one, an appointment that I had where I had to be there for a couple hours, and it was really amazing. Everything was really right on, and I may have given her some information she would never have known otherwise. So, and she has a way to confirm it, so I'm kind of excited to hear down the road, but I'm going to let that go. So channeling is definitely coming up. And the Huna prayer says, the high priest Hermes took his tribe from Atlantis to Hawaii, where he established the Kahuna tribe and taught the tribe the Huna prayer as follows. First, address your prayer to an angel or master of your choice. State your request 3 times in positive terms. Then sit with your palms up and say, may the rain of blessings fall. So be it. Repeat it for 30 days and then stop. Watch for signs from the universe and take action at any time it feels right. Your guidance is to start a Huna prayer for some aspect of your life, or continue if you're already engaged in one. The affirmation is your Huna prayer. All right, so these 2 came out, and I'm just going to show you these 2, but there's a bunch more that came out for a number that I'm supposed to count. So 41, Serapis Bey came up, which is the Ace of Cups, and 16 of the Tower, which was definitely the read. That's Pleiades. And actually, the Ace of Cups wasn't in the reads, but it was coming up in the shuffle earlier for the masculine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so we have 12. Completion. Okay? So that's definitely coming up because the coding number was 1212. That was in the coding. And where'd Jesus go? Oh. Well, I'm wrong. It's 13 that came up. I was going to tell you about this card coming up because it was after the first 4. Because Jesus, we asked Jesus and Jesus came up. He's the third. Oh my gosh. That was, I've missed it for a reason. This is Jesus telling you he was left out because we're going from 12 to 13, which is the crucifixion, death. Okay. The affirmation for him is, I respond with unconditional love today, that remember there is only love. All right, that's your message from him, all right, around the crucifixion. So there's 13 cards altogether. And Jesus is number 40. Just a quick run through the other cards that came out. Lord Kamika's 42, which is the 2 of Cups. Paul the Venetian, 37, which is the King of Cups. The Moon, which is 11, which is Justice. Cosmic Heart, 9, the Hermit. Water, 15, the Devil. Thoth, 31, is the 5 of Wands. Lemurian Healing, 24, the Queen of Wands, which came up today as well. And then 12 Chakras, which is 1, is the Magician, which came up today. All right, so for the past life deck, let's see what comes up. We're going to slow down a little bit because I usually get some good messages from this deck. Let's see what comes up. So again, this is March 9, 2019. For everyone watching, and the best and highest good of all is concerned. What is it we need to know? What is it we need to learn? And we are going to ask Jesus and Mary Magdalene again. Alright, so what is it we need to know? What is it we need to learn? Take another deep breath, guys. Okay. Okay, so there's 2 each. Spouse reversed is on the bottom, so someone's definitely divorcing or separating. Okay, that's the underlying energy. And that's the ship coming in is not. Alright, so there's definitely a divorce here. And there were health issues below that, so probably the masculine. The first 2 cards came out were Wisdom and Biblical, both reversed. Okay, so I'm going to show 2 uprights so you get the energies from them. So this is very much about the Carpenter energy. And it's like the 8 of Pentacles and the Tarot. And then the Wisdom of the Unicorn, but they're both reversed. Oh, it's very clear. It is not wise to work so much right now. The energies are very heavy right now, and I am feeling a little woozy right now just from doing the one big read this morning, because it takes me hours to get through the stuff when I do it and then put it up for you guys, so it can be very draining for me. Because there's a lot of channeling I'm doing when I'm doing the read, that's why it takes so long. It's like for me, when there's a contrast of the cards together, I have to let it marinate. And as I let it marinate, it comes up, and as I write, then more stuff comes up. So that's my process. So that might be helpful for you as well if you want to expand on your abilities. But this is definitely saying it is not wise to work so much right now. Especially physical work, because it's so taxing, and you could hurt yourself. I was getting like man down, but instead of man down, horse down. Somebody might have lost their horse. Or somebody might have lost their mode of transportation. Somebody might have lost their job. Someone's being told put a plug in it. Arabian Nights is coming up. And just exes in general. Definitely with the spouse reverse there. There's going to be some issues between them. And let go of being known as the wise one, especially for the masculines, who always know, the person that everyone ran to for help. It's a Jesus complex, it's a wound, and it's something you need to let go of. So the second two we got are vows and knighthood reversed. Okay, and so here's knighthood upright, so you can see it. It's very much about protection and using the truth to protect yourself. All you need is love to protect yourself. Love and light, right? So the energy, always visualize the light, whether whatever you're guided to color-wise. You can use the gold and white. You can use the pink rose, compassionate light. You can use green for healing. Blue for your throat chakra and for protection. So it's whatever combinations you want to use. You can use the whole rainbow if you want. The knighthood is reversed because we have to stop armoring ourselves. That's fear. And the vows is upright today, because you may be ready to take vows with your twin. This is also children. There's a flame on vows too here. There's a little match lit. I don't know if you can see it here. See it? And this one's upright. Oh, and this is coming up from my read before. I think it was yesterday, where there was no armor allowed in bed after you take your vows. But this is, don't use the truth to protect yourself. Like, don't take other people down before they get you. That's that brain wars with this truth and the swords energy. Lay down your armor. Lay down your swords. I'm like getting, you don't need to formally make your vows because they've already been taken. I'm getting I was getting variations of vows to the anagram. I was getting owls and then wows, like a masculine saying that to a feminine. Sweet, I was just getting too. It's so important right now. This is coming up to put down your armor, stop the war, lay down your swords to show your children what it is to make vows, what it means to love. Not the vows, but what it means to love, to take the armor off and stop hurting each other. If there is only love. Thank you, Mary and Jesus. Alright, so then we have Journey of Love. Okay. Take another deep breath. Again, this March 9, 2019, for everyone watching, in the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? This is from Mary and Jesus. What is our guidance today? Okay. Knowing without knowing. Is there some more you want for a number? Yeah. Okay, that's it. Knowing without knowing is on the bottom. It's number 41. So the Ace of Cups came up again here, twice. There's that buttercup yellow of Mary Magdalene that you already know. You don't need more information. That's part of the taking off the armor, the swords. You don't need more information. You already know. Simplicity is number 4. The Emperor came out, as well as the Ethereal Touch, number 27, which is the Ace of Wands. So you have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands and Simplicity. And I gotta see how many more cards came out. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. Alright, so these were 13 again, and then 2 separate from the 13. Aww. So it's confirming the crucifixion, and then Mary and Jesus are left out by themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm getting, that's 15, guys. The devil, if you know what I mean. That's what he's saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's 13 again. Okay. So let's read these for you. I want to take a look at these first. See if anything comes up. I'm seeing one of those big oversized bikes, you know, at the circus. Someone's riding one of those. And I'm seeing a mouse and a pig. And the pig was definitely, I watched Mr. Pig this week, and then the pigs came up yesterday, and pigs coming up again today. I know that's a Pleiadian thing. And Pleiades came up in one of the cards. Simplicity. Keep it simple. There's a bird in this card too. Keep it sweet and simple. Light and free, light and airy. And the Ethereal Touch is very much about that too. On a wing and a prayer and a whisper. Whisper sweet nothings in your ear. Keep it light. So I'm going to read both of those for you, 4 and 27. So Simplicity says, oh sorry, my foot's stuck. Okay. Bow to that which is simple. You'll find answers to your most complex issues and those questions that seem to defy the possibility of an answer. You'll find the solution now through simplicity. Live one day at a time. Have gratitude for whatever you possibly can, even if you're yet to understand why you should be grateful, because you cannot perceive the gift hiding within your struggles quite yet. And it's just 3344. That's my number, 3344. I'm trusting the goodness of life, seeking to serve you into becoming the fullness of all that you are. Yes, beloved, even in your darkest nights, the light of love is serving you. The most sophisticated of problems can be resolved through the simple answer. Love, trust, have faith, be patient. That's all it is. Wait and you shall see. Let simplicity be. This oracle brings you an answer. Everything is going to be all right. And I'm starting to sweat like crazy, so there's definitely masculine energy coming through here. This oracle brings you an answer. Everything's going to be all right. Don't add fuel to the fire and look for ways to sort out complicated matters prematurely. Sometimes the ingredients need to cook and percolate so they can become a meal. The circumstances with which you are struggling will right themselves in time. Stay present and be patient. Pray in your own way. Meditation, time in nature, dance, and literally talk to the divine. When you need to take a clear, simple action, you will feel it. Relax and know it is all going to work out for the best. And it simply states, there is peace for one whose heart is open. And then Ethereal Touch is number 27. He keeps wanting to go past it. It's light as a feather. It keeps floating by. Spirit is present in your very touch at this time, and you're having an impact on the world around you, particularly your close relationships, in ways that are far more profound than may be immediately obvious. The touch of your soul is ethereal, spiritual, of light and sound. It moves the heart and opens pathways of possibility through love, faith, and trust that would otherwise be impossible to access. Trust in the presence of the divine in your touch, physical and spiritual. Your healing presence is making waves of love rise and stir in this world, and the divine lives and breathes through you, beloved. Remember that though the sacred temple of your body gifts you with hands through which to hold and give, it is the soul within the flesh that renders touch a sacred healing. This oracle guides you to accept and embrace your healing abilities and to trust that you can feel your way through life by opening your hands to receive and taking hold of the opportunities that are presented to you. You are meant to touch the world with your spirit. And this poem reads, in a world of no coincidences and no mistakes, you were heaven sent. I thank God for the opportunity to know you, to experience your kindness, your generosity, and most of all, our love. How long I have waited to open my heart, to bare my soul, to let my power comfort, and my arms hold, to let my wisdom counsel, and my love awaken, while this is only the beginning. When I look in your eyes, I know. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that. Be good, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you sleep and get rest. And rise and be loved.